Well, good evening, freaks and geeks. I'm going to be doing a really quick little mini book haul. The reason I'm doing this mini book haul is because they opened a brand new bookstore here in Brighton, a little independent bookstore that I was so excited to see opening. For days, I kind of crept past while they were putting books in, and I was like, when are they opening? When are they opening? Well, it was today, so I was very excited. Clearly, bookstores make me quite excited. Pretty much the only thing in life that does. So I ended up roaming around in it, and I actually didn't realize how cool the concept of the bookstore was when I first sort of walked in. And then I picked up I got a little bookmark. So it's Bill and Ben books, so you can see there when I was paying for my purchases, and I started reading about what the concept are and the who are we of Bill and Ben, and they are open in other cities. So I believe they're in Oxford. They're open in Oxfordshire. And in Bristol. Did I read that correctly? But Bristol and Oxfordshire. And what they do is they basically sell like overstock books or returns or like remainder stock. So it's a bit like a charity shop, but all the books are new and they have quite a few copies generally of each book. And they're also very reasonably priced, which in this economy, for us book buying babes, we need a well-priced bookstore that sells wonderful brand new books. So basically, when you kind of read about their motto is that when you go on their website or when you go in their store, you never know what you're going to find. And again, I love that aspect of it because they may have some like rarer books because they were overstocked somewhere and you can't get them anymore. There's also some new releases in there. There's hardbacks, softbacks, fiction, non-fiction, the whole bunch. So I like. If you're in Brighton or Oxford or Bristol, or you can go on their website. Their website's on the front there. I'll leave it in the description. Check them out because it's really, really fun. So I was very tempted to get very many books when I was in there. I did restrain myself to 4, but I'll be back. And they're all, well, it's me. So it's kind of spooky, occulty themed. 2 of them are actually non-fiction books. So let me start with the fiction and then we'll go to the non-fiction books. So the first one I picked up, and you can see the price there, it was $3.99, which is fantastic for a brand new book. It's $8.99 normally, so this is fantastic. So this is called The Ice Coven. And yes, I picked it up because it was called The Ice Coven. Let's just be honest. And it also said it was from the author of The Witch Hunter, which I probably now want to read. So it's Finland's answer to Joe Nesbo. We love that. So let's read what it's about. Investigator Jessica Nemi is in a race against time in this electrifying novel from the New York Times bestselling author of The Witch Hunter. A young woman's corpse washes up on a near-frozen Helsinki beach. At the same time, 2 famous Instagram influencers go missing from the city, and Jessica's thrown into the darkest case of her career. Jessica discovers that all 3 have ties to the occult, check, whose forms of worship involve unspeakable acts of cruelty and violence. Oh, yes, check. Please don't call the police on me. I swear I keep it all inside. If you've seen The Girl in 6E, you'll know what I mean. As she finds herself frantically hunting for the truth, an old enemy emerges and threatens to destroy her. Also, I wanted to be an actress. That just sounds fantastic. So that's book 1. Book 1, we love that. We love it. Okay, book 2 is The Hotel, and again, I think that was $3.99. And again, cover by, so gorgeous. This is by Louise Mumford. And you swore you'd never come back. Now you might never leave. And as you can imagine, as I was standing there, what went round in my head? Welcome to the Hotel California. I also wanted to be a singer, but let's not go there. I'm joking. I didn't. Screamo. Yeah, I can do that. So that just went round in my head. And again, I'm on this kind of creepy house kick, so loved it. So it says, 4 of them went to the hotel. 4 students travelled to Ravencliff, an eerie abandoned hotel perched on the steep cliffs of the Welsh coast. After a series of unexplained accidents, only 3 of them leave. The 4th, Leo, disappears and is never seen again. Oh, only 3 of them come back. A decade on, the friends have lost contact. Oscar is fame hungry, making public appearances and selling his story. Richard sank into alcoholism and is only just recovering. Bex just wants to forget. Until one last opportunity to go back Why do they always go back? Offers the chance to find out what really happened to Leo. They always go back. I mean, it makes for a great book, right? But doesn't that sound fantastic? Completely up my alley, so I was very excited about that. And then I found 2 non-fiction books. And again, they're kind of in the same vein. So the first one here, probably do not need to explain this, but it's Occult London. So sorry, that is shining on there. So Occult London, and this is London, more than any other city, has a secret history concealed from view. And actually, I was trying to get a copy of this book and I couldn't. So it's one of those where they've clearly kind of gotten it from somewhere else as an overrun or overstock, and I'm very excited about this. And it basically says, behind the official facade promoted by a heritage industry lies a city of esoteric traditions, obscure institutions, and forgotten locations. Occult London rediscovers this history, unearthing the hidden city that lies beneath our own. I love that. So it goes to all the venues of London, and no doubt this will be my new tour guide for every time I go to London. And then again, in that vein, I mean, I could not resist. Look at that cover. Isn't she gorgeous? And she's called Toil and Trouble. Hubble Bubble, Toil and Trouble. By Augustine Burroughs. And this basically says, for as long as Augustine Burroughs could remember, he knew things he shouldn't have known. He manifested things he shouldn't have come to pass. And he told exactly no one about this, save one person, his mother. His mother reassured him that it was all perfectly normal, that he was a descendant from a long line of witches, going back to the days of the early American colonialists, and that his family tree was filled with witches. It was a bond that he and his mother shared until the day she left him in the care of a psychiatrist to be raised in his family. But that's a whole nother story. After that, Augustine was on his own to navigate the world of his tricky power, on his own to either use it or misuse this gift. From the hilarious to the terrifying, Toil and Trouble is a chronicle of one man's journey to understand himself, to reconcile the powers he can wield with things with which he is helpless. And there are very few things that are coincidences, as you'll learn in A Toil and Trouble. Ghosts are real, trees want to kill you, beavers are the spawn of Satan, and houses are alive. And in the end, love is the most powerful magic of all. Oh... It's just so fantastic. I just think that sounds... Actually, I'm going to have to backtrack. Did I say this was non-fiction? I'm pretty sure this is fiction. I don't know what I picked up. I don't know what I'm smoking, clearly. Moving on. But sorry, I was just really enthralled by that. I just think it sounds amazing. I'm just trying to work out... I don't know why I thought this was... So, okay. This is either fiction or non-fiction. Anyway, that was my haul. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've ever actually bought from them before. If you're going to visit, let me know. Bill and Ben, love it. And I will be visiting them more. So thank you very much. I'll speak to you all very soon. Stay spooky and try to stay away from the alcohol and the chemicals and the monitoring substances, because they might turn you into me. Bye.